in Nigeria, where authorities have admitted after more than a week that the 110 missing schoolgirls have indeed been abducted. Their school in Dapchi village in Yobe State came under attack last Monday. Boko Haram militants are the main suspects. It's been days of frustration and heartache for the girls' families. They're calling on authorities to provide them with answers. President Muhammadu Buhari has described the incident as a national disaster. He's dispatched more troops and surveillance aircraft to search the area. Security has been increased at schools in the region. Well, let's get you more now on that developing story. I'm joined live from Lagos by CGTN's Deji Badmus. Deji, the Nigerian authorities say they're following several leads on the missing girls. What more can you tell us on that?
Well, Karen, other than what the government has said, especially the security agencies now, that they're following several leads, nothing has been disclosed yet, if any progress at all has been made. What we do know is that the Air Force has been carrying out a lot of aerial surveillance around the place. As a matter of fact, what we've been told is that the Air Force has done around 200 hours. But one other thing I think I should let you know, and of course our audience know, is that the Nigerian government did two things today. They released the names of all the missing girls today, indicating the classes they were all in. And we can see from the list that they released that most of the girls that were abducted are actually in a senior secondary school, of course, and that their ages range between 11 and 19. So all of them, of course, 110. The government has also set up a panel, they call it a committee now, to investigate the circumstance surrounding the abduction of the girls, look at the security in place at the time, and provide solutions, as in measures now through which the girls can be located and rescued, and of course measures that can be put in place to prevent such abductions now from happening in the future. So those are the key things that the government has done today. But of course the Air Force says it is increasing its aerial surveillance around that area, and as we've been told, more military personnel have been deployed to that area. And the assurance is that the girls will be located and rescued.
Okay, so lots of aerial surveillance. You talked about more military personnel. Do we know how many extra troops have been sent to Yobe State? And what are the authorities doing to boost security in the region?
Well, we do not know for sure how many, for instance, soldiers or Air Force personnel have been sent to that place. What we do know is that, well, we understand a special task force is actually on the trail of the insurgents, those who carried out this attack. Of course, for security reasons, I can understand the government would not want to disclose how much, I mean, in terms of personnel and equipment it has in place. But what we've been told, of course, as I said earlier, is that the Air Force has already done about 200 hours in terms of carrying out aerial surveillance in that area, and we understand they'll intensify that operation. As a matter of fact, as we speak, the head of the country's Air Force, I'm talking about the chief, the Air Force chief now, has redeployed to that state. I'm talking about Yobe State. So he's actually on ground there to coordinate the activities of the Air Force to ensure that the girls are located and rescued. So other than those, nothing has been forthcoming in terms of the kind of arrangement now, or in terms of the number of security personnel now deployed to that area.
Okay, well, we've talked about the authorities and personnel, the military personnel. And let's talk about the parents of the Dapchi girls. They're joining the Bring Back Our Girls campaign in solidarity with the missing Chibok schoolgirls. Any idea when they'll be bringing their case before President Buhari?
Well, even if the parents actually do not join the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, the fact is that this is before the president, and there's no question at all that this incident is a huge embarrassment for the government. I mean, this is, for instance, a government that promised that such a thing would never happen again. After the incident at Chibok, before this government came to power, it made a lot of promises in terms of security. So even if these parents do not join the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, the fact is that the government is under enormous pressure to locate and rescue these girls. And I don't think the government will have any breathing space at all until that happens. So, but the girls, I mean, the parents of the girls now joining the Bring Back Our Girls advocacy group, well, I don't know how much difference that will make, because already the government is under enormous pressure. Everybody is mounting pressure on the government. I'm talking about everybody in this country now, mounting pressure on the government to ensure those girls are located and rescued. And one thing you must understand, Karen, this is not coming at a good time for the government at all. Elections will be holding next year. Campaigns will begin very soon. So you can expect that this issue will become a huge campaign topic. And the earlier this government is able to resolve this, the better for it. Because the government, it would not be in the interest of the government to go to the campaigns with this issue left unsolved.
Okay, Deji Badmus there in Lagos. Thank you very much for that update on the missing schoolgirls in Nigeria.